Hello, friends and neighbors, and welcome to the Bob and Barry live preview show for April 18th, which is a Monday, 2022. Say hello to my co-host over here sitting beside me, Mr. Barry Cummins.
Hey, everybody. Glad to be with you here from sunny Northwest Alabama. Hope you're doing well. Hope your week's off to a great start. And good to see you, Bob.
Same here. Hope everyone had a blessed Easter yesterday. I know we really enjoyed it, had a good time. And again, yesterday and today, not a cloud in the sky. It's a little windy today, light winds, but very nice. Say hello to the folks that are watching.
Hey, everybody. Hey, Bob and Beth, John, Randall, Checker Lee. Glad to see y'all with us today. Everybody else, Bob just disappeared on us there. I think I heard him sneeze. Hello, Ben. Hope you're doing well. Glad to see y'all.
Sorry, guys, I had to sneeze. Didn't want to sneeze on camera, so I stepped off the side. Oh, man. I've been outside all morning working. Of course, with the wind and stuff, got a lot of hay fever. Sorry.
It happens to the best of us, Bob.
Yeah, I tell you, man, that's one of the things I struggle with.
Hello there, Melissa and Jeff and Eric and Moesha Elliott. Glad to see y'all. Tanya.
Eric and Moesha, you want to tell them about tomorrow night's show?
Absolutely. Tomorrow night on the Tuesday Night Live show, we got Eric and Moesha Elliott. They'll be coming to us and from Texas. And one thing interesting about Eric is he's a former USFL football player. That league just kicked off this weekend, and our Alabama's very own Birmingham Stallions got him a victory Saturday night. So it was a pretty cool day for me. I got to go see my beloved Crimson Tide play their spring football game and come home and watch the Stallions get a victory in the inaugural game there, the new league kicking back off. But we'll have Eric and Moesha on there. They've been Santa and Mrs. Claus for a couple of years. Recent graduates of the SatBob class down there in Garland, Texas. So we're interested to get their take from that. So it's going to be a great interview. Both of them are veterans and served our country for many years. And thank you so much for you two and all the veterans out there that watch us. Thank you for your service.
That's correct. I got to tell you, it was such a delight to have Eric and Moesha in class. And, man, I fell in love with them. I think everyone else is going to also. They got quite a story and such a lovely couple. Okay, well, back to the football game, man. I got to say that was a heck of a football game. It was really entertaining. I enjoyed it a lot. If the rest of the games are anywhere near that entertaining, it's going to be something to watch.
Yeah, the one last night was close, and then they had another one that was going to be played, and I think it's going to be on tonight. It got rained out for the weather, so it's pretty good. It's pretty cool. They don't have the measuring sticks anymore. They're using the little computer lasers for the first down, so that's real interesting. The drone flying around has taken me a little bit of time to getting used to seeing that thing ripping past the player's head and running down the field and, following the guy with the ball. That's pretty cool.
I know it can almost make you dizzy when they go to that shot. It's something new, but I just I'm like you, man. You sit there and you see it was zipped this away, and then you see it out here and it zipped back this away. And even though it's small, it does catch your eye on camera for sure. Well, speaking of rain, had a NASCAR race yesterday in the last great Coliseum in Bristol, Tennessee. It threw dirt down on the track. I think it takes them weeks to prepare it. They had a couple of rain delays, but that was a fantastic race also. I don't know. Most NASCAR fans aren't big into dirt. Me being an old dirt racer, you're racing on dirt before, Barry. I thought it was a fantastic race. I think they need to do more of it. I'm not real sure that I would say put dirt down on any of the other asphalt tracks. The Bristol Motor Speedway is kind of unique in itself, being a Coliseum, being a high bank, small track the way it is. But they could go to any of the other legendary tracks across the nation, the Devil's Bowl here in Mesquite, Eldora, Knoxville, and put on a heck of a show. But, Tony Stewart's got that SFX series that he started. And, of course, they put on a great show, too. That'll be starting later on this year.
Absolutely. And I like how they go in there when Tony's driving and he'll call a shot. I remember him last year saying, I'm fixing to school this guy. And he did.
He did. But Tony has so much experience, so. All right. You want to tell them about the future guests that we have coming up?
Absolutely. Tomorrow night, as we mentioned before, we got Eric and Moesha Elliott. And then the following week, I'm going to have Kat Eisenhausen. She's going to be doing a little American Sign Language on there with us. The following week, May 3rd, we've got Cherry Hill with Ruby and Becky. And May 10th, we got Ellen Tapering. So those are going to be good shows. I'm going to be the guest on May the 17th, Roger Minton on May 24th, our very own Bob McMasters, May the 31st. We have Lee Andrews, June the 7th, Bo Turner, June the 14th. And on June the 21st, we have Gina Bacon with Nationwide Santa. So we got a great lineup coming up. Looking forward to a lot of those shows. Going to be some good information.
Had a good conversation with Gina the other day. Spoke with her by phone for a while. She's doing great, and she's always excited to be on the show. So looking forward to that one. It's way down the line here a couple of months, though. So we got to take them as they come. And again, I'm super excited and stoked about Eric and Mo for tomorrow night. We sent out the script to them this morning. I hope they've had time to look that over. And I haven't had any feedback, so I guess they liked it. So just wait until tomorrow night and get that show going. Hey, I'll tell you what. How about trivia?
Yeah, let's do some trivia right quick. Sponsored by santascloset.org. That is Santa Tom Cordemelia. Appreciate you. And trivia winners always with Tom. He sends us this beautiful keychain here. Santa's magical key. And if we'll cue that up. Here we go. Thank you, Tom. In what store did Ralphie see this desired gift? And the movie is A Christmas Story. And what store did Ralphie see this desired gift? So good luck to you on those guesses there.
That's correct. Remember, if you've won in the last 30 days on the Bob and Barry Show, you're in timeout for 30 days. Give some other folks a chance to take a whack at it.
Wow, some people's coming in with the right answer. Pretty cool. I didn't know that one as many times as I've seen that movie. I couldn't remember it.
I kind of figured that would be one that, if you've watched it more than once, you kind of know that. But hey, when you get to be our age, you forget more than you know. So.
Oh, absolutely.
Yep. Well, all right. Remember, we will announce the correct answer at the end of the show, and possibly the winner by the end of the show. Maybe if not afterwards on the Set Bob's Live Facebook group. After we make sure that the timestamp is validated, and we have the correct true winner.
And we got a special announcement too for tomorrow night's show. Last week we had the drawing for the scholarship for the School of Santas, and the two people that actually won that is not going to be able to attend. So we're putting the names back in the hat. So tune in tomorrow night for that drawing right there, and we'll try to pick out two lucky winners of that, and maybe you can attend. That's a $359 value. It includes all meals and tickets to the shows there, but you do have to provide your own transportation there and your own lodging.
That's correct. So tune in for tomorrow night's drawings. You may be able to win. Didn't win last time. Maybe you'll get lucky this week will be your week.
And then the guys, if you played more than once and did the like, share, and comment, your name went in each time you done that. So Bob has taken out the names of the two that won that couldn't attend. So
yeah, Thomas Myers only had one name, but one of the other winners, I think, had entered 4 different times. So I'll be sure and take the multiple ones out there. Is Ben Bellhor eligible for Monday's show?
He won on March 21st, so I think
She's checking Ben right now to see.
March 21st. quite been 30 days yet, has it? It would
I
be
don't think it has.
Next Monday. He would
Yep,
be-
I think you're 1 week too soon there, Ben.
We'll have to count the days up.
Yep. So, well, all right, we'll count the days up, and like I say, we'll announce the winner either on the Sat Bob's Live page this afternoon or probably this afternoon. Be a good time to do it. All right, Barry. So, what else did you do this week? You make a trip? Go anywhere?
Went to Tuscaloosa, got to see Alabama play their spring game. Our offensive tackles are probably still having nightmares from our defensive ends on the defense. We went starters on starters, and our defensive ends is going to be unblockable. Those tackles, whoever we play, there'll be some sleepless nights before those games. Those guys are beasts. Got to see the Heisman Trophy winning quarterback play. 5 minutes before kickoff, started raining, had to relocate up to the upper deck, get under the underhang, and stay dry. But it was a good game, always a fun time down there. Had about 31,000 fans.
Wow, that's a good turnout then.
I've been there before when it was like 91,000 for a spring game. So I mean, it was crazy then. But the weather, it hurt the attendance big time.
Yeah, it always depends on that for sure.
Got to eat some of those world famous Dreamland ribs with that sauce. Delish.
That sounds good. Of course, folks do different things for Easter. Hams. For us, it was fajitas yesterday. Angela Mack cooked out on the grill, chicken and beef fajitas. Really good, fantastic. Had a good time. Enjoyed yesterday. Said it's not real often that you get a perfect day for Easter as far as weather goes, but yesterday was absolutely gorgeous here.
It was kind of overcast and rainy here, and I ended up going down. My daughter, she's 16, got her first job at Taco Bell, so she had to work. So I went down and ate there in the thing while she was working. Got to spend a little time with her, so that was fun.
That's always good, especially on Easter.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Hey, let's tell them about our upcoming Sat Bob's class in Mount Juliet, Tennessee.
Yes, that'll be May 14th and 15th. That's a Saturday and Sunday. Those classes run from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. They come with the 4 Sat Bob's course textbooks for your tuition. A single Santa or single Mrs. Claus is $375 tuition. If you happen to bring your spouse and come as a couple, both together, $500. And we've got some really cool stuff going on. You want to tell them about our guest and everything we got planned?
Absolutely. Our host hotel is a Holiday Inn Express there, 565 South Mount Juliet Road, Mount Juliet, Tennessee, 615-553-5200. Ask for Courtney. She'll give you that special room rate of $109. Guest instructors, we got Jim Enos with a reindeer retreat. He's going to teach us all things reindeer. We got Santa Claus Hall of Famer 2014 inductee Bruce Templeton will be zooming in and teaching some classes. We've got Michael Ho and Michael Bauer. They're going to be doing some virtual visits, and the Kringle Tracker also. And then we have Derek Dugan with Derek Dugan Creative. He's going to be doing marketing. And then we've got Randall Wagner that's going to be talking about exceptional performance. So we've got some great guest speakers lined up along with our core curriculum and instructors. And it's going to be a great class. So the deadline is going to be April the 30th, which is 13 days from now. So make sure you get signed up for that if you want to attend. We'd love to have you.
That's correct. We need it. We have a deadline that we have with the hotel, and we either have to sign the contract. Well, it's already been signed, but we either have to agree to it or back out of it with no penalty. And so if we don't have our minimum and that covers our costs, and we can't do it. So it depends on you guys out there, those in the Tennessee, Kentucky, Alabama area, anywhere in the country, it doesn't matter. Room rates are $109 a night, which is an excellent room. That hotel has just been completely redone. It's not that old. Most of your Holiday Inn Expresses are only 15, close to 20 years old for most of them, but they've completely redone that hotel. Just got through with it, so super nice. And then, of course, the incredible Christmas place down the street that we're going to take a side trip to.
Absolutely. People that goes to the Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg, Tennessee area is familiar with incredible Christmas place there. They have a second location there in Mount Juliet, not too far from the Host Hotel. So we plan on visiting there some too. That'd be a fun trip.
Mm-hmm. And of course, this is an advanced class. We'll still teach some of the core curriculum starting off if we have some new, students in class, especially. But if it turns out we don't, then we may just jump on into a deeper advanced class. But we've got our classes set up now where we can plug and take things in and out. That way we mix it up, make it different. Also, we've got some interactive workshops that you're going to be doing the sleigh and reindeer flight. Chrissy will be doing the 3 methods of learning, which is a new interactive workshop that we did in Garland and was well received. Also have a improv session off of that kind of goes hand in hand by using the same props. And of course, I'll be doing banter with children and chair poses, different things to make that your photos turn out the best, especially when working in a mall setting or a chair setting. So those will all be fun to do. We're going to interact with the students, have them come up and play parts in these things that we do. So it's get you up off your feet, out of your chair, and involved, and it'll be fun.
Yeah, we'll give you great little tips about critiquing your own photos, how to make them go from good to great. Bob and I did an online class where we did that, and here's a great photo, but it could have been exceptional had this or this taken place.
Yeah, and say hello to Mark Walker. He was one of our students in our online class. And
hey, Mark, it's one of my Cotton State brothers.
Mm-hmm. John McLeod's on with us today. Of course, we mentioned Ben Bellhorn a moment ago. Bob and Beth Collins over in Louisiana.
Adam, how you doing?
Adam, Tanya Hayes, good to see you. Very good. So what else we got going on? Anything new?
Man, that's about it. Just excited for the show tomorrow night. Looking forward to it these weeks, man. They pass by real fast when you're anticipating the next ones.
They really do. And then, preparing for them takes, a while to put the script together and come up with a couple of trivia questions and get with Spangle for the Showstopper special. Tomorrow night's Showstopper special is going to be pretty good too. It'll be something that he hasn't had on the show yet. So look forward to that. And you had mentioned Tom's Key earlier. Tom sends out a whole box full of goodies, not just the key, but it's a gift package that has numerous things in it.
Absolutely. We appreciate Tom for stepping up and sponsoring our show today, the trivia question. Hopefully he'll be able to join us some in the class up there.
Yeah, there's last week's trivia winner, Nathan Vanderbroek. Good to see you, Nathan. All right, man. If we don't have anything else, I guess we can kind of wrap it up, get out of here, and let everybody go back doing what they were doing. For me, it was fence. Still working on that fence. It's going to be a lifelong career for me, it looks like. It's kind of hard to put more than a couple hours, 2 or 3 hours in at a time, and takes time. So we're going to get back out there this afternoon, work a few more hours, worked about 3 hours this morning, and starting to look good. The only problem we have here in our city is back in 1989 when I permitted to build the 2-car shop when I was racing out of it with my dirt car, and the fence, privacy fence, kind of, make sure to keep the noise in from the machines and the car running and that kind of thing. But now then they want you to re-permit if you change more than like 30% of your fence. So for me, it's fix a couple of panels, wait a little while, fix a couple more panels, wait a little while. It drags it out, but that way you don't have to give the city an extra permit fee. Because with the cost of wood and goods nowadays, it's hard just to cover the cost of the product without having to give those extra fees away.
Yeah, and you have so many storms out there too, about every week.
Yeah, that's in the South. I guess it's kind of common with all of us. But for me, that fence had been up since 1989, 1990, and I had used 4x4 pressure treated wood post. And with an 8 foot fence, over time, even though I prepared and had the concrete above grade so water wouldn't stand around the bottom of the post, over time, the wind and deterioration, and I've got 6 or 7 of those 4x4 posts that makes the majority of the run closest to the street out here down my alleyway. It snapped off at the ground during one of those big storms here a while back, and so I'm replacing those with 12-foot metal posts, putting them a couple of feet in the ground. It's going to be an 8 foot fence, but I used a 2x7 pressure treated ground board along the bottom. So it's actually going to be about 8.5, a little more than 8.5 feet tall total. But with the metal post, I hope I don't have that problem again. And as old as I am, this is probably the last time I'll have to tackle it.
I'm going to give you a new Santa name. I'm going to start calling you Santa Overkill.
Yeah.
I believe that fence is going to be there from now on, man, unless it gets one of the big L5s out there.
I think so. But, just want to leave it in good shape when I leave and depart the earth, and make sure it's good for the rest of the family to not have to mess with it.
Yeah, those metal posts, they ought to be there.
Yep. Yeah, for sure. And putting them down with a 12-foot pole that allows me to put more than 2 feet in the ground. And so therefore I got a better footing. The wind doesn't. The problem here is our ground gets wet and it dries up. It gets wet and dries up. And we're in an area where it's kind of a black gumbo type of dirt, got a lot of clay content in it. So it expands and it shrinks and expands and it shrinks. And over time, it pulls away from the concrete that you put down there and starts to wiggle. And the next thing you know, like I said, the wind snaps those poles off. But I think the metal pole is going to do the trick.
That'll be good. We got the red clay here in northwest Alabama. So it pretty much stays when you put her down.
Ours is a good mix, but it's incredible because you can go about 3 miles to the west, due west of here, and about 3 miles due east of here, and it's white rock on top of the ground, hardly any topsoil at all. All the creeks and everything are just all white, shell rock and stuff. But I guess ancient times, this was some type of small valley. There was a lot of creeks that ran through this area at one time and streams. And I guess all that got washed in here. We're kind of in a bowl where there's a lot of that muck. And I don't know which is worse, trying to drill through that white rock to put post up or messing with this post-hole digger. I use a Manuel post-hole digger, one of those that you have to put a little elbow grease into. Now, when we put that fence up originally, back in the day, we rented a gas-powered auger. But again, that takes 2 strong young guys to hold on to that thing. Otherwise, you get spinning like a top. But, yeah, I'll just use the old manual post-hole digger now.
That would be a funny TikTok video, Santa out there on one of the things spinning round and round.
Yeah, feet in the ears, waving behind him.
Did you ever see the one where the Santa, I don't know where he's at, but this reindeer has its antlers in felt, and he grabs a hold of them. It's like, don't do that. And that reindeer wore him out.
I've seen that one. That's
took out the back part of his suit.
Yep, I laughed so hard when I saw that the first time. All right, Barry, let's wrap it up and get out of here. We've been on here our usual 30 minutes. And Eric and Moesha says they're in the White Rock area need a drill. That's what I'm saying, man. I don't know which is worse, trying to set post in that white rock or trying to dig it out with a post hoe and it's gummy old clay. The bad part is you go in with the post hoe digger and then you have to take a stick, or I have a smaller shovel that I take and then scrape it off of the post hoe blades because it gums up to it, to get that next. So I don't know. I guess either way, 6 1, half dozen other, Eric, Moesha. All right, guys. So if y'all have any questions about tomorrow night, reach out to me. I left my phone number there. You've had it since the school. Everything looks good. We'll see y'all about 6:15-ish, 6:30 tomorrow night. And when you check in with us, do our pre-show warm up and get ready for that 7 o'clock start time.
Gonna be a fun show. Looking forward to having them on.
Yes, me too. Me too. All right, guys. We want to thank everyone for tuning in today. I hope that you had a great Sunday yesterday, Easter Sunday. I hope that you was blessed, spent time with family. If you went out and done an Easter egg hunt, I hope you found plenty of eggs. And we want to thank everyone again for showing up. And until tomorrow night, remember 7 p.m., same Claus time, same Claus channel. Mondays at 3 p.m. for Bob and Barry. Thanks so much. God bless.
God bless you. Remember, we do this. Be Claus with care. See you tomorrow night.